What a beautiful day to be out in the garden. Check out this sparrow. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's just enjoying the sun and this warm fall day.
So come with me as I go around the garden to explore. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to be out here with you today. I am so happy to be here because it has been so dreary and miserable out in the garden, and so to be able to come out and actually take a look and see how the gardening is doing is such a wonderful thing.
I'm really impressed with the brightness of the day and the sun just beaming down on the garden. It just makes the garden look so special and so spectacular. I really like how we can see the different colors and shades of color in the garden. And it inspires me to want to come on out and just walk around and enjoy the moment. We're now at the end of November. It's November 21st right now, and we're heading into Thanksgiving time and the holiday season. And I just know that this gardening season for 2019 is just about over. However, there's still this excitement because we know we're going into a new season of winter, and with winter comes its glory, especially with the snow. But for right now, this very moment, I'm loving what I see in the garden.
It is 12 noon or around 12 noon right now, and so being here in the garden, it just feels so peaceful and quiet and still. The last couple of days it's been raining and very damp, and so you just want to stay inside and cuddle up and relax in the house. But I'm so glad to be able to come out here in the garden, take a look around. And I feel like there's still so much to do in the garden. I feel that I didn't get to tend to the garden the way that I normally do. But then there's a different thinking about the garden lately. It's that to leave the leaves on the beds so that it can act as mulch for the plants, and that the leaves over the winter, that the covering is on the soil, and the leaves being wet and the snow and so forth will act like a tea, like when you make tea, and it will be like a tea for the ground, so that the water, the minerals from the different leaves will go back into the ground. And also the idea of a covering for the ground. So with that in mind, I guess I don't feel so anxious about raking the leaves off the beds. Because we don't want the leaves to mat down the grass. So we have to be diligent in picking that up. But right now, the grass is wet, the leaves are wet, and when the leaves are wet, it just makes raking so much more difficult. So I don't think I'm going to pursue that right now. Overall, though, I'm very pleased with the garden. And even though I may not feel where I need to be as far as cleanup is concerned. I still am in love with how everything looks. But come with me as I go around and take a quick little tour of the garden, see where I'm at. And then I kind of want to compare it to where I was last year, if I'm at the same place or if I'm still on time. If this feeling of not being finished with the garden is a true feeling or if it's in my imagination. The garden is beautiful and calm. And right now, if you look at the garden, you see the colors of green and brown. And it's wonderful because the shades of color is different from the spring and from the summer and even from the fall.
The golden color of the leaves on the trees and the rustic hues, along with the beautiful blue skies. All of this helps with the transition, I think. And then still having the presence of the mums and the flowers and the daffodils. It was just a different time, a different season, and a pleasurable time. But now we're headed into something totally new. This transition from fall into winter. And I am just trying to embrace it here in my garden.
Fall was so bright and beautiful with the colors of the foliage of the leaves. But now you can see the browns, you can see the dark greens, you can see the fading shades of beige and cream in the garden. And it is beautiful. Even just looking at the sun shining through these leaves of the hydrangea, and then just a while ago this flower was turning blue. But now you can see the tan color of the flower, shades of brown and tan. And then even the leaves here of the hydrangea, which were a deep color of green, is now changing again. It's amazing that this rose bush, the knockout rose bush, still has green leaves that are so alive looking. And beautiful, and yet this other rose bush is not in that same position. I think I'm going to leave the leaves in this bed and just see how they turn out. And then here I have my Dolce Spearmint Heuchera, and this is a Lantana. And then of course the rhododendrons are still green. And I think I'm going to get some flowers out of this, at least maybe 2 or 3. And then here I have a Brussels sprout, and it's still green. And it looks like it's doing all right there. And the lawn is looking great too. Well, the leaves are off of the fruit trees. They seem to have handled this pretty well. And that's good. Still got to clean up this area though. That will come. Mr. Bunny, the apple trees. Well, the side garden is looking good, and look what has happened to the zebra grass. Now we get to see what is behind this area. Oh, the birds are loving. Let's see if I can get them. They're loving the fact that they can hide and eat here. They're very happy with this garden. I saw a little sparrow. Let me see if I can catch him.
I am looking forward to spring when I hope that the bulbs will come forth. And of course, the lilacs and all of the other beautiful spring time beauty will be here again. And yet, there's still this unique beauty for this time, this season, because we get to see the shrubs and the layering of the different plantings in the front bed that during the summertime was overtaken by all of the beautiful cosmos and zinnias and all of the other flowering plants. But now we get to see the structure of my urban cottage garden.
like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How are you doing with your garden cleanup? And how has the temperatures been in your area? Are you still feeling in love with your garden? And what are you doing to keep your spirits up? Are you resting? Are you happy for this quiet time? And what are you doing instead of gardening, or to enhance your gardening? Or are you planning the garden for next year? Let me know. I know that this is the holiday time also. And so happy Thanksgiving. And I know we're going to be getting ready for Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and King's Day and all of the different things that are coming up. But yes, we still think about our gardens. Well, have a wonderful day. You are wonderful, and you are beautiful in your God's beautiful garden. So go on out there and shine and be happy. And thank you so much for joining me in Catherine's Garden. Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get more videos and see my beautiful face. Have a wonderful day. Bye.